Joining us now to help us break this down is Peter Injemi, also known as the Tech Guy Blog. Hi, Peter. How are you?
I'm pretty good, and yourself? Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's just make sure our viewers can hear you. All good. So, Peter, what do you think of the results? Are they surprising? Did we think that Newt Gingrich was going to make a surprise comeback, or what?
No, not particularly surprising for several reasons. Florida is a very large state with several media markets, and Romney had the two most important things necessary for success here. He had organization and a larger war chest. And with combining that with early voting, that gave Romney a head start on what needed to be done. So Romney already had, with the money to hit the various media markets and with early voting and a lot of the establishment behind him, that produced a firewall for him. Florida was very good Romney territory in that regard.
What do you think, Rick Santorum and Ron Paul, they really haven't focused on the state. Do you think they still have a chance in this election?
Oh, you always have a chance. Ron Paul's strategy is totally different. Again, you have to remember that Florida being a winner-take-all state makes it less feasible for a candidate who's not going to get a piece of the pie to devote a lot of resources to it. Paul's strategy right now is to hit caucus states, as is Santorum. Paul has been campaigning heavily in Maine and Nevada, Santorum in Minnesota. They'll continue on. Santorum just picked up the endorsement of the influential pundit Michelle Malkin. That helps him a bit. Paul's national organization will make a huge difference in caucus states. The real question is, will they be able to keep Romney from getting into the convention with a majority of the vote? If he goes in with a plurality, then anything is possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talked to DNC Chair Congresswoman Debbie Schultz earlier this evening. She joined us on the program, and she discussed how Romney is definitely, talked about gutting and supporting the Paul Ryan plan and gutting Medicare. And I noted earlier how Florida's older voting population makes up about 40% of the population. How do you think this will affect Mitt Romney, though?
Frankly, I think people are going to forget a lot of the negative campaigning right now, because one of the things everyone seems to forget about this election, Newt Gingrich has some baggage, Ron Paul has some baggage, Mitt Romney has some baggage. As a Massachusetts resident, I'm very familiar with his baggage, but people live with Barack Obama's baggage every day of the week in terms of unemployment, every time they buy a tank of gas. Gas just went up 20-something cents in my neck of the woods in the last week. I mean, Barack Obama has an awful lot of baggage, and whatever they're paying Debbie Wasserman Schultz to defend this president, it's not enough, because Obama's going to have a horrible time this fall.
And I'm just going to ask you, last question here. I asked the Congresswoman this. Who do you think will be a bigger competition for the incumbent Barack Obama in the fall election season, Newt Gingrich or Mitt Romney?
Well, frankly, although I'm not a supporter of either candidate, I think Gingrich would probably put up a better fight because he is less likely to the conservative base. You have to turn out your base in any election. The base would more likely be willing to support him. The Romney care argument as a way of neutralizing Mitt Romney is a solid one. So Romney's going to have some trouble compared to Gingrich versus Obama, but I think both of them are going to be able to defeat the president because of the economy. This election is all going to be about the economy. If the election is about the economy and the performance of the president, this president loses unless something very dramatic happens to change things.
All right. Thank you very much, Peter. We appreciate your time. If you want to check out some of Peter's writings, where can they find it?
Well, you can find me a couple of places. I have a bi-weekly column called Under the Fedora that appears at the Conservative Commune and at the Minority Report. I appear every Saturday. My radio show is on WCRN, a 50,000-watt station out of Worcester, Massachusetts, covering all of New England. And there's my own blog, thetechguyblog.com, DATECHGUI blog.com, and I write for the Examiner as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.